What do you think?
What?
What do you think?
I'm pretty happy.
I guess, yeah.
I think I'm pretty lucky. It's like, compared to me, George Clooney likes older women.
He does?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Are you taking a video? I've been at this job 5 years now, and I just had my review, and I got another maximum review, the maximum score. And to me, it's just so, to me, it's kind of unbelievable. It's like the easiest job I've ever had, yet I keep getting the highest review I can get.
What's good?
It's really good. But like, I'm only busy like the first 6 months of the year. I'm really, really busy. And then like the next 6 months, I don't have as much work. Like I can take a month off now, and
How is that possible, actually?
because it's a real slow time.
Oh.
Because most of the work I do has to do with the calendar year. You know, it's like right after December 31st, a whole bunch of stuff has to get done. So it'll take like 6 months to get all that done. It's real urgent to get it done. But then after that, it's like just waiting until the next year. Now I've got it where I have two. I'm sitting at the desk with two computers. I have the one logged on to work, and then I have my computer. So like, if they can spy on you and tell what internet surfing you do at work, right?
Yeah.
So I have the one that's just logged on to work, and then I have mine. While I'm logged on to work, I'll surf it on the other one. 3 little kids were arguing about whose dad was the fastest. Mm-hmm. And one kid says, "My dad's the fastest. He can outrun a car." And my dad's the fastest. He can outrun a train. That's nothing. My dad's the fastest. How do you figure that out? Well, my dad works for the government. He gets off work at 5 o'clock, and he's home by 3. Okay, well, if you know what manic depression is, it's like half the time there's a manic episode and half the time there's a depressive episode. And I understand depression is bad. Nobody wants to be depressed. I just don't understand what's so bad about the mania part. Why is a manic episode bad? Like, for example, my doctor says, "Do you think you're in a manic episode?" And I say, "Well, so far this year I published 12 books and applied for 14 trademarks. What do you think?" It's like, why is that bad? I've kind of cornered the market on alternatives. I can't see them picking a real bizarre name that's not already in everybody's list of the top alternatives.
What are you thinking?
I need to have that discussion with not the doctor that prescribes drugs, but the psychologist.
Yeah.
You know, I think most people think that when people go to see a psychiatrist, that it's like a bunch of talking, like lying down on the couch talking about feelings. But all psychiatrists do anymore is just prescribe drugs.
Yeah.
They don't really want to hear about your problems or your feelings or anything. They just want to know how the drugs are working.
Yeah.
But psychologists are the ones who want to talk about what's going on. So I want to have this conversation with the psychologist. I remember I brought it up one time, and she said we're going to talk about it next time, but then I forgot to bring it up again. After I sprained my ankle last Saturday, I had to go to one of those walk-in clinics, or in my case it was a stumble-in clinic because I had a real hard time walking. But they said if you can take more than 4 steps, then it's a good sign because it's probably not broken. So in my case, it was just a sprain.
Wait, how did you sprain it?
I was playing with Penny.
But like, what were you doing?
Well, I don't have a real good story of how I sprained my ankle. She was on the ground, and I got on the ground to play with her. And must have landed bad, or because I twisted my ankle.
So wait, did you like throw yourself to the floor, or like how did that happen?
Well, Since she's so little, it's like if I want to look her in the eye, I have to get like down on the floor. So I got like down on the floor where I could like look her eye to eye, and then landed on my ankle wrong. I'll give you an example.
Oh my god.
Siri, am I successful?
You stop.
She doesn't have an opinion on that.
Obviously. Oh my. Daddy.
I don't think I'd be good on a reality show.
Yeah, obviously not. You'd probably just stare into the camera. Oh my god, have you watched Peep Show?
No, what's it
It's
about?
so funny. It's like these two English guys, and like they just get into like very like socially awkward like situations, but it's so funny. It's like they obviously don't know how socially awkward they are, and I feel like you must have so many moments like that.
Yeah. Oh, did you see the movie Guardians of the Galaxy?
No.
Well, the guys on the good team, the leader is telling one of the other guys what to do when they meet the leader of the bad guys.
Yeah.
And he says, and when we meet the bad guy, he goes like this.
Wait, how?
He says, and when we meet the bad guy,
Uh-huh.
and the other guy says, why would I touch his throat with my finger? And I think that's kind of my communication style.
Yeah, probably.
I can't believe I left my jacket at the apartment. When I looked up the weather forecast, I saw I was going to get down to 50.
What?
I'm better at being on photos and on film.
Why?
I don't think I have that much interesting to say all the time. Maybe like every now and then, but not constantly.
I know it's so.
I'm glad that was our stop. That passenger picking her nose was freaking me out a little bit. When Penny poops, you just pick it up with a baby wipe and put it in the toilet. It's little. It's like the size of a little finger. But when you do have to throw the pee pad away
Yeah, obviously.
after it fills up.
And it's this way.
I think I got you enough where you can change it maybe 3 or 4 times a day.
Okay.
I think I ordered a box of 100, and then I probably brought 20 with me.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I remember when I came here and brought all those small appliances, I went to the wrong door. And the girl who answered probably thought, wow, what a great dad, he's bringing his daughter all those small appliances.
I agree. But see, like, why is she doing that with her tongue?
I don't know. Because she needs air.
A drunk goes into a bar and he orders a Heineken. And the bartender tells him, we don't have any Heineken. And he says, give me a Heineken. We don't have any. Heineken. Okay, spell the Bud in Budweiser. B-U-D. Now spell the Mill in Miller. M-I-L. Now spell the fuck in Heineken. There ain't no fucking Heineken. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, so with Francesca, I will have dated her for 1 year, we'll be married for 1 year before the visa gets approved for her to move to the U.S. So that's 2 years, which is getting close to as long as when I get married, my previous marriages, before my wives leave me, take my children and go back to their country,
Oh my
which
God.
typically is around year 5 or 6.
That is not true. My mom and you got, like, separated when I was 9. So you were at least together 10 years.
Okay, and it's in
So
the,
it's not even close.
it's
Don't
the-
act like, oh my god,
the 6
I'm the
to
victim
9
of the
year.
world, where like, oh, my wife saved me after like 2 months of being together.
Okay, it's in the 6 to 9 year range.
Whoa. 6 to 10 years. It's like,
It was 9.
it was 10. I wasn't born the day you got married.
Patrick was what, in kindergarten?
He was 6.
In South Carolina in 1999 through 2000. Patrick started out in the kindergarten, and there were only enough kids to have one kindergarten class. Then when he graduated from kindergarten and went to first grade, there were enough kids to split it into 2 classrooms. So one classroom ended up being 100% Caucasian. The other classroom was 100% black, except for Patrick and one kid who lived in a trailer park. So they split them between white and non-white, and Patrick was in the class for the non-whites. And your mom was pretty upset about that.
Obviously. Oh my god, stop. Stop. What?
Take my picture by the Corvette.
Wait. I'll take video of you. Why do you want to be next to the Corvette?
Is this the kind of car where you take up 2 parking places?
Oh my god.
When I'm at a busy intersection, I always stand by a pole. That way, if a car's coming and driving like a maniac, they won't swerve to hit me, because then they would hit the pole. Is this going to be like a video you're making?
Yeah.
A project?
Yeah.
Is this for school?
Yeah.
Which class?
Cinema?
So what, like the class is going to see your video or what? I
Yeah.
want to see it.
Obviously.
You're like that little kid who always says apparently, but your word is obviously. Is this video going to make me look like an out-of-touch old fart?
I don't know. I guess it depends on who's watching.
Okay.
Would that bother you?
It depends. If it's humorous, then I think I'd enjoy it.
Obviously,
I
it's
just
gonna
don't want it to
humorous.
be too much humor at my expense. I like to think it's humor because I'm so witty. Not that I'm out of touch and senile. Or like I have Alzheimer's. It says a toddler's playground is coming soon, but what do they call this? I just see a bunch of toddlers playing on it.
What?
Do not feed the pigeons, and that would include do not feed them to your cat.
What does that mean?
Don't make the pigeons cat food. They're not dinner for your cat. It says right there, do not feed the pigeons. Don't feed them to your cat.
Oh my god.
Billy Crystal had a joke. He said, when you get old, you lose hair where you want hair, and you grow hair where you don't want it. I had a hair grown out of my nose. I looked like the Fly. Kissing a pigeon is more bizarre than thinking of your phone as like your square-headed girlfriend.
No.
Yes.
I think
It is more
like
bizarre
both are
because it's
bizarre.
alive. It's something that breathes. Well, maybe that makes it less bizarre.
I don't get how he like grabbed it though.
And what if the pigeon bit his nose? The pigeon might think your nose is big. I like this image here at the table at Monument Lane. They serve the water in a jar, and then Alexa's mimosa drink. You can see the bubbles rising up to the